Have you noticed that two men who are the same age often look and feel completely different? One still wakes up with good energy, stays active, and feels confident in his body. The other feels tired most days, gains weight around the waist, and wonders where his strength went. Many people assume this difference comes down to luck or aging alone. In my experience, that is not always true. I'm Dr. Ross, and today I want to talk about something many men overlook: the fruit you eat every day. Some fruits support your body as you get older. Others, especially when eaten too often or in the wrong form, make it harder to maintain healthy blood sugar, healthy circulation, and normal testosterone levels. Before we begin, I'd like to hear from you. How old are you? And what fruit do you eat most often during the week? Share your answer in the comments, because many men learn from each other's habits. If you enjoy simple medical explanations without confusing language, subscribe and join me each week. My goal is to help you understand your body and make better health decisions one step at a time. Now, let's clear up one of the biggest misunderstandings I hear from men over 50. Many people believe all fruit is equally healthy because it comes from nature. That sounds reasonable, but your body changes with age. What worked well at 30 does not always work the same way at 60. As men grow older, the body becomes less efficient at handling large amounts of sugar at one time. Blood sugar rises faster, insulin works harder, and over time, these repeated swings place stress on many organs. This includes your blood vessels and the organs responsible for producing testosterone. You have probably heard the word insulin before. Insulin is a hormone that moves sugar from your bloodstream into your cells where it is used for energy. When insulin has to work overtime every day, your body begins to struggle with balance. That imbalance often shows up as stubborn belly fat, lower energy, and changes in hormone levels. Testosterone also deserves a quick explanation. Many people think testosterone only affects a man's sex life. That is only part of the story. Testosterone helps support muscle strength, bone health, motivation, mood, and energy. Healthy testosterone depends on many things, including good blood flow, healthy body weight, proper sleep, and smart food choices. Over the years, I've noticed that many of my patients focus on expensive supplements while ignoring what sits on their breakfast table every morning. Small choices repeated every day often have a bigger impact than one expensive product taken once in a while. So, instead of asking whether fruit is good or bad, the better question is this: which fruits give your body more support after 50? Let's begin with one of my favorites, pomegranate. This fruit has earned a great reputation for good reason. Inside those small red seeds are natural plant compounds called polyphenols. You do not need to remember the name. What matters is what they do. Think of your blood vessels like water pipes in your home. Over the years, those pipes become less flexible. If water cannot move smoothly, everything connected to those pipes works less efficiently. Your blood vessels behave in a similar way. The natural compounds in pomegranate help protect the inner lining of blood vessels. Healthier blood vessels allow blood to move more easily throughout the body. Good circulation supports your heart, your brain, and every other organ that depends on a steady blood supply. Better blood flow also supports male sexual health because erections depend on healthy circulation. Many men are surprised to learn that blood vessel health often matters as much as hormone levels. Pomegranate also helps reduce oxidative stress. That sounds like a complicated medical phrase, but it simply means reducing damage caused by unstable molecules that slowly wear down healthy cells over time. Less damage gives your body's hormone-producing cells a healthier environment in which to work. You do not need huge amounts. A serving of fresh pomegranate seeds or a small glass of unsweetened pomegranate juice a few times each week is enough for most people. The important word is unsweetened. Added sugar takes away many of the benefits you are trying to gain. The next fruit surprises many men. Watermelon. Because it tastes sweet, some people assume watermelon belongs on the avoid list. In reality, fresh watermelon contains something especially interesting for circulation. It contains an amino acid called citrulline. Your body changes citrulline into another substance that helps produce nitric oxide. Nitric oxide acts like a signal that tells blood vessels to relax. Relaxed blood vessels allow blood to travel more freely. Why does this matter? Healthy circulation affects far more than your heart. Good blood flow helps deliver oxygen and nutrients throughout your body. It supports physical activity, daily energy, and male sexual function. Many men notice changes in circulation years before they notice other health problems. Paying attention early makes a difference. Fresh watermelon also helps with hydration, which becomes more important as men age. Mild dehydration often causes tiredness, headaches, and reduced physical performance without people realizing what is happening. Enjoy fresh slices instead of sugary watermelon drinks. Whole fruit gives you fiber, while sweetened drinks often add unnecessary sugar. A few years ago, one gentleman in his early 60s came to see me because he felt his energy had slowly disappeared. He was spending money on different supplements every month, but rarely looked at his everyday diet. We made several simple changes together, including replacing sugary snacks with better food choices and improving the balance of his meals. At his follow-up visit, he told me he felt more energetic during the day and found it much easier to stay active. Those changes did not happen overnight, but they added up because he stayed consistent. Another fruit family deserves a permanent place in many men's kitchens. Berries. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries all provide important nutrients while keeping sugar relatively low compared with many sweeter fruits. These fruits contain natural compounds called flavonoids. Again, the name is less important than the job they perform. Flavonoids help protect blood vessels, reduce ongoing inflammation, and support healthy blood pressure. Together, these effects help maintain the circulation your entire body depends on. There is another advantage. Because berries contain more fiber and less sugar than many other fruits, they usually cause a smaller rise in blood sugar after eating. That steadier response makes them an excellent choice for men who want better metabolic health while still enjoying fruit. You do not have to buy fresh berries all year. Frozen berries keep most of their nutritional value and often cost much less. We still have another fruit that supports hormone health, and after that, we will move into the fruits that deserve much more caution after age 50. Some of those choices surprise almost every patient I meet. Now let's continue with another fruit that often surprises people. Many people think of avocado as a vegetable because it is not sweet, but it is actually a fruit. More importantly, it provides something your body needs to make hormones, healthy fats. Testosterone is made from cholesterol and healthy fats. If your diet lacks these building blocks, your body has a harder time producing hormones efficiently. That does not mean eating unlimited fat is healthy. It means choosing the right kinds of fat. Avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats, the same type of heart-friendly fats found in olive oil. These fats support hormone production while also helping protect your heart and blood vessels. Avocados also contain potassium, which helps control blood pressure, and vitamin E, which supports healthy cells throughout the body. There is another reason I often recommend avocado to my patients. Many men over 50 begin storing more fat around the abdomen. This type of fat is called visceral fat. Unlike the fat you can pinch under the skin, visceral fat surrounds internal organs. Why is that important? Visceral fat is active tissue. It produces chemicals that increase inflammation, and it contains an enzyme called aromatase. This enzyme changes some testosterone into estrogen. That shift does not happen overnight, but over time, it contributes to lower testosterone, lower energy, and reduced muscle strength. Eating avocado alone will not solve the problem. Combined with regular exercise, enough sleep, and balanced meals, it becomes part of a healthier lifestyle that supports normal hormone function. Now let's move to the fruits that deserve more attention. I want to be clear before we continue. These fruits are not poisonous. You do not have to fear them or avoid them forever. The issue is how often you eat them, how much you eat, and the condition of your overall health. The first fruit to limit is grapes. Grapes are convenient, refreshing, and easy to eat by the handful. That is exactly where the problem begins. A small bowl quickly becomes a large bowl because they are easy to snack on without noticing how much sugar you have eaten. Large amounts of sugar raise blood glucose quickly. Your body responds by releasing more insulin. When this cycle happens repeatedly over months and years, it becomes harder for your body to maintain healthy blood sugar levels. Extra calories are more likely to be stored as body fat, especially around the waist. If you enjoy grapes, treat them as a smaller snack instead of eating large portions every day. The next fruit is ripe bananas. Bananas provide potassium and other nutrients, so they are not unhealthy. The concern comes when very ripe bananas become part of a high-sugar diet. As bananas ripen, more of their starch changes into sugar. For someone with diabetes, prediabetes, or insulin resistance, frequent large servings may lead to higher blood sugar after meals. If you enjoy bananas, consider choosing slightly less ripe ones and keep the serving reasonable. Pairing a banana with Greek yogurt or a handful of nuts also slows how quickly sugar enters your bloodstream. Another common choice is dried fruit. Many people believe raisins, dried dates, and dried mango are healthier because they are simply fruit with the water removed. What many people forget is that removing water concentrates the sugar. Think about how many grapes fit into a small handful of raisins. You would never eat that many fresh grapes at once, yet it is easy to finish a small box of raisins in a few minutes. Because dried fruit is concentrated, portion size becomes much more important. If you choose dried fruit, keep the amount small and avoid products with added sugar. Now let's talk about one of the biggest surprises: fruit juice. Many people tell me, "Doctor, I drink orange juice every morning, so I'm starting my day with something healthy." I understand why people think that, but there is an important difference between eating fruit and drinking fruit. When you eat a whole orange, you also eat the fiber. Fiber slows digestion and helps prevent a rapid rise in blood sugar. When you drink fruit juice, much of that fiber is gone. The sugar reaches your bloodstream much faster, and many commercial juices contain extra sugar on top of the natural fruit sugar. That is why eating the whole fruit is usually a much better choice than drinking the juice. In my clinic, I often meet men who believe they eat a healthy diet, but after we review what they drink each day, fruit juice turns out to be one of the biggest hidden sources of sugar. A simple change from juice to whole fruit often makes a meaningful difference over time. Researchers have spent many years studying how diet affects men's health as they age. Large studies consistently show that eating whole fruits, especially berries and fruits rich in fiber, supports better heart health and metabolic health. At the same time, diets high in sugary drinks and foods with a high glycemic load are linked with greater risks of insulin resistance, weight gain, and type 2 diabetes. These conditions are also associated with lower testosterone levels and poorer blood vessel function. The message from this research is straightforward. Whole fruits are generally a better choice than processed fruit products, and balance matters more than eating large amounts of any single food. Why should this matter to you? Because healthy blood vessels, healthy blood sugar, and healthy hormone levels work together. When one begins to suffer, the others often follow. There is no single fruit that will restore testosterone overnight. There is no fruit that will completely prevent aging. Good health comes from the pattern of your daily habits. Choose whole fruits more often than juices. Include fruits that support circulation, such as berries, pomegranate, and watermelon. Enjoy healthy fats from foods like avocado. Limit fruits that deliver large amounts of sugar in a short time, especially if you have diabetes, prediabetes, or excess belly fat. Stay physically active. Sleep well. Maintain a healthy body weight. Have regular medical checkups so problems are found early instead of after they become serious. If you notice persistent fatigue, loss of muscle strength, reduced sexual desire, erection problems, or increasing waist size, do not assume age is the only reason. These changes deserve a proper medical evaluation because many of them have treatable causes. Today we covered 4 fruits that support men's health after 50 and 4 fruit choices that are better enjoyed in moderation. Small changes made consistently often produce bigger results than dramatic changes that last only a few days. This video is for educational purposes only and does not replace a consultation with a qualified doctor. If you found this discussion helpful, subscribe for more simple, practical medical education. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.